Yeah, what's up, everybody, and welcome to my channel. So, check this out, yo. I mean, I feel for them, you know, but then I'm like, you shouldn't be taking stuff, but then being an honorable person, sometimes it has its downfalls. So, I don't know, but I think some of you have heard about it, and well, if you haven't heard about it, let me give you the 911, the 411, as they say. So allegedly, 22 Sri Lankan monks were arrested with the good ooh yeah, going through customs in Sri Lanka. So 22 monks, 22 monks, yeah, 22 monks. They, they're still students, so they're still, in the school learning. And one of them, the 23rd, he organized a trip for them to Thailand. They've been studying and, they're all zoned in and locked in, and, they don't want to get cooked while still studying to become a monk. And so he organized this trip for them, all expense paid. And I mean, who wouldn't want that? I mean, give me an all expense trip, and boy, I'm all in. So they got the trip, all expense paid, from Sri Lanka down to Thailand. They get there 4 days, having fun, relaxing, just, trying to, just relax and have a grand old time. And after the trip, it's all okay. Now they're getting ready to go back to business and back to school so they can, finish their studies and become monks. And, being a monk is high, revered. It's way up there. But so yeah, so they all have their luggages, and they get packages, the 22, each one has have a package, and they put the packages, the parcels. They call them parcels, and they tell them, hey, whenever you get back home, somebody's gonna be, the van's gonna stop by, show up, and they're gonna get this packages from them. It's some kind of donation. So yeah, so they're like, yeah, cool. I mean, we got an all expense paid trip, and for a 4 day break from the monk, or they call them monastery or something like that, I think. So yeah, they go, going through customs and immigration, and they're getting popped one after the other, all 22 of them getting popped with a good ooh. It was estimated to be about 110 kilograms of cocaine, the good hash. And they transferred it all the way from Thailand, where it's legal, and they brought it to Sri Lanka, where it's illegal. So, and they all like, yo, we just were told it's donation, and it's contributions. So we just, each one of us, 110 kilograms. The 22 of them, they had about 5 6 kilos a pop, and well, that's 11 110 110, yeah, 110 kilograms. That's about 220 plus pounds, give or take. I'm not sure, but yeah, you can give me, somebody post down there, let me know the calculations. I think it's 1 kilo is about 2.2 pounds, give or take. I'm not sure, but I think it's somewhere close to that. But anyways, so they get these guys, and all 22 of them, they're getting arrested, they're getting booked, and they're all like, we were just, we went to Thailand, all the expense paid. And then the organizer of our trip, the number 23 monk who organized it all, was like, yeah, he told us he was parcels, each one of us got a parcel to carry. And man, these guys were being used as mules, yo. And they didn't know, I mean, trusting one of your own monks, and they were being just used. They had, those give or take. So they got a all expense paid trip, and in return, they had to be mules, and they had to, you know, take the stuff across borders back to Sri Lanka where it's illegal. So yeah, so they all getting popped. One, two, all 22 of them getting popped, but number 23, he's, he didn't take the trip. I guess he figured, yo, go. I'ma just chill back and wait for the packages to arrive. So, he was eventually arrested. He was eventually arrested, but the other 22, they were both detained and arraigned, waiting for their due date to be processed. This gets me to wonder, like, I mean, we already told, if you go through, like, here, you go through TSA, if you're at the airport, you hear all these advertisements. Did you receive a package from somebody you don't know? Did somebody just tell you? Fellas, 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 if you're traveling, don't accept nothing from nobody you don't know, or sometimes even the people you do know might set you up. So you better be on the lookout all the time. You gotta have your head on a swivel, knowing, I mean, because sometimes you can't trust everybody. So yeah, so I feel for the monks, and it really sucks. This might affect their schooling to become monks, and yeah, so they got popped, 22 of them locked up, with 110 kilos of cocaine, and it sucks. But post a comment below if you heard about this story, and let me know what you think. All right. So until next time, deuces.